Hey guys, just going to do a daily recap for us today. Going to go through the top gainers. Opening that up right now for pre-market. So let's see. Nexi was a good run. Let me get off some of this stuff. Yeah, so basically right here, clean Rob Booker breakout trade right here, right up to target one. A little bit extra at the open, kind of just failed off because I just think it just ran so much before it got there. Sure enough, broke down, and some of us started getting in on a little bit of a retrend right here, and then it just kept going up, and it did finish out a full target 2 by the end of the day, and a little bit more. So I take off sometimes. I don't trade all the day, but yes, that looks like a very good easy one. I've been over those highs, and definitely a little more push right here. And let's see how many shares that was. That's close to the 1 o'clock bell. So definitely start looking around that time. It's a nice strong run up. Big strong run ups when they do run up. So otherwise, really, to me, I was happy with the target 1 run. And then if you can get the target 1 to target 2 run, that's always good. It's always nice and clean for me. All right, so we're going to go down the list. TPHS, same thing right here. Just looking for a break of the pre-market high. Pretty good run out for that. And then nothing else really faded the rest of the day. ABVC, I think we got a little bit more on a retrend, but it really it did. If you could got in pretty early up here, I think I would have considered. I think I just messed that up, but we'll just say that. If it had wicks and then the pullback, I think I would have considered that would have been my level right here, and then an easy target 1. But that's in 3 to 4 minutes, so all you could have gotten is some retrending, and I think it retrended out here because that's where I got in, a target 1, and then a little bit more right here. That's where I drew my fibs before I traded it, and we just basically went for a VWAP kiss, and then if you clearly see another VWAP breakout, and then if you get this, you could wait it here a little patiently and got that breakout. So a lot of easy breakouts. Sassy was a little delayed, but it ran really nice. And this was very impulsive when it did, so it must have, very low float, 708. So let's look at this real quick. So this would have to get my hat for pre or yesterday's afternoon. So right here it made a high, and then when it broke the high, it went target 1 and a little bit extra. Then it downtrended until it just eventually just stayed under VWAP. So you looked out for another VWAP break. If you could see this one, I would say that's a target 1 right there. I'll just do it real quick. Double check. Yeah, that's it. Look, get a little target 1, and then we'll just wait and see what else. Basically retested that same area. Yeah, nothing special, but at the open it did dip platform here and got that trade. I know that trade all the time right here. Then the volume came in, as you notice. Then volume came in even more, and then the selling came in, which is normal because people are going to start taking their profits. And then one last try. And even though the try was big, that eventually that buying candle turned into a selling candle. And that was the pullback. And then let's see what rest. Nope, nothing to be looking at that anymore. DYN, I think that was supposed to run. Did not run like it was supposed to. In fact, that is the fibs right there. That is the mark that the fibs wanted from Oracle. And definitely it just pulled back, broke down, but if you really are going to trade this, you would clearly see it come back up, start breaking here, ran up, and start breaking here. And the safest thing is always just wait for VWAP and get some money over VWAP. This is such a high price stock, that's $1 run. I think we'd all be happy to have $1 every time on a stock running. FWI, just a lot of side chop. Yeah, kind of garbage to me. All right, now let's go to 1 day. Nexi, obviously MTC, didn't see that, didn't trade it. Let's see what happened. I always like to see it, even if I didn't, to see how I would have traded it during the day. And I guess you could have just done the VWAP bounce on that one. I would have taken that trade. I would have taken that platform as well. But otherwise, just a slow progression up, and this is like just bouncing off of VWAP the whole time. That's what they usually do for large caps. They see if the stock broke down from a previous day, and if it gapped down after a day or two, they just look for another day to break this, and then they'll start just testing that. And if it's, as long as it's bouncing on VWAP, broke the previous day's high, and they're just looking for a retest of that. So that's what a lot of large cap stock traders do. Very good tactic, actually. Saidu. Little gold here. I think I got some at 650 after the open, but let's just draw the fibs and just patiently wait. There's your pre-market high, and then when it did finally hit that pre-market high breakout, so it halt, got it under the radar, and then when it broke that, went into another one. Because basically it proved itself during that run up, and that's when it really shot up. And basically what it did is a pre-market high to run up, unless you could have seen something down a little lower. But this little, just being very patient. You might hate it that you don't trade this whole time, but man, when it gets there, that big dollar run, if you got one trade a week or 3 trades a week, that's a good run right there. Just being patient for that move. So a little patience will pay you a lot more. ABBC, I guess that's the same trade. Here's the fibs I had for it. And I'm just going to look for other ones. Not the volume I normally trade. Nope, specs, but I still look at it. CGA, that ran good the other day. Let's see what it did today. Specs, dashes, not enough volume for what I normally do. The open looked good. Let's see how many actually shares. Ah, that was pretty good. The shares were pretty good. So if you'd have just had this as a target one, I think you'd have done just fine. Yeah, that was an easy target one on that shelf right there when it hit it. So good trade. BBLG, that's been doing some of that. I think that had after hours yesterday. Let's see. I actually didn't put it back on my radars, but let's see what it did over after hours yesterday. Yeah, this is the exact, I think this is the one. This is pretty far back. Let me zoom in quicker to this day and go back. Yep, so this was after hours yesterday. And today kind of built up, but again, low volume. I don't really trust those. Here's some normal volume, but not like what we normally see. But for actual this stock, it's pretty good. And that's a clean breakout right there. You could have seen that, and maybe the breakout over that trade right there. So pre-market high or intraday high, just look for a continuation if you're looking for that. And then just a retest of the same area. All right, I'm going to go after hours. I don't think I hit any. We'll see if this one did. I think this is that crazy one. I just looked at one candle, and it went two shares during that candle. It was incredible, from $11 to $17.48. So that's like if Rob and I called each other and said, hey, you buy my 2 shares, and then see if we can get a stock to run. But 2 shares, so look inside the candle, you'll see the volume up there. 2 shares from $11.94 to $7. I'll just shut up. That was $7. That's a bunch of garbage though. So definitely look at volume, even if it's a clean little thing like that. JFBR, I think Acon ran. I think somebody said that. So let's zoom in here. I don't know how it could be in a halt right now. Let's see what it did after hours. See if it's our normal play. Yeah, you could have made a little bit. That re-break of the high. Let's see how many shares actually made that happen. And as soon as it hit after hours, it really shot up. Yeah, pretty went good. So you could have had a little bit of money here, as long as you weren't greedy. Or if you see this little scooping action and the wicks on the bottom, and maybe you would have gotten that low, but I think it's just always safer for the stock to prove itself and just take little gains, but provable gains. And KTRA, these are all just specs. So you stop looking. Again, they're just jumping up from like 5 shares to 5,000 shares, but look, there's no pattern, so please don't trade it. You're not going to have anything predictable when you can't even see the confetti. So, hey, y'all have a good day. Just going through the stocks every day. If you ever have any question, DM me and I'll shoot you a video for it, okay? Thank you so much.